Hi, I'm Aubrey Burton here at Cedia 2024. I'm here to introduce a great host of new products for you. I'm here with AiSPiRE and WAC. WAC has been around, a manufacturer for 40 years, and AiSPiRE is our integration arm that we introduced back in 2020. AiSPiRE is going to be an integrator-only brand, and so we have a lot of great features for low voltage lighting, DMX lighting, as well as a host of line voltage options as well, access through the WAC umbrella. I'm here to show you some of those products today, and we're super excited to get started. So, this has been one of the stars of the show here, which is our Colorscaping System by WAC. So what you get here is a brand new product from us introduced back in January, and what it is it's a landscape lighting system that offers tunable white, so 27 to 6500, as well as RGB. Now, what I like to do is I pitch this as a tunable white system first. So if clients are looking for new landscape lighting, they might be just fine with the 3000 Kelvin throughout the space. But if they want to make it look perfect, that's where tunable white really comes in handy. So if you had a red brick wall, you may want to hit that with a 2700 Kelvin. If you had a evergreen, you might want a 4500 Kelvin. If you wanted to do moonlighting, you might want a 5000 Kelvin aiming down. And so being able to dial each one of those fixtures to what it is lighting really creates a more dramatic or more perfect lighting of that application. So what you could do with this system is you can wire this using just your standard 2-wire system, right? Your standard 10 gauge or 12 gauge wire, direct burial that you would go into the ground, whatever's existing already, even if it's wired in series, you can use that. You can replace your fixtures with colorscaping fixtures. You can replace a transformer with a colorscaping transformer. And what it enables you to do is you get individual control over every single unit. We're using PLC technology, which means that it's power line communication. So over those 2 wires, we're actually sending micro signals to each fixture to address it individually. So very powerful stuff. This is what the transformer would look like. So this comes at a 150 or 300 watt variation. And so on zone 1, you could get colorscaping. On zone 2, you can use any of our legacy white light products, or honestly, even someone else's legacy white light product if they were a fan of it, and we didn't have it in a colored version as well. What it's going to enable you is it's got a really clean discovery process. So when you first hook everything up to zone 1, you're going to hold down the preset button for 6 seconds. It's going to enter discovery mode. You're going to go walk away, you're going to grab a cup of coffee. When you come back, everything will have been discovered. You load your app, everything will be self-named. So for example, this is our Grand Accent right here. This Grand Accent is going to show up as Grand Accent 0412AB, and you're going to be able to rename it or assign it to a group. You can also group across multiple transformers. So if you had a transformer on one side of your driveway and one on the other, you could create path light group for both sides and control them as one. Now, most people again are going to want white light when they come home to their house, myself included, but what is great is offering that RGB as kind of an added touch, right? So your favorite sports team is playing or a special holiday is coming up. Of course, you can change these to these vibrant colors that you may not use on an everyday basis. The other way that I really like to use this is if you have a tree or some foliage with some color, maybe a pink or a red cherry blossom, you can hit those with those colors to really accentuate the colors. So it's not so much as making your home a disco or a club, but really accentuating the foliage that already exists there today. So now I want to show you a little bit about the arsenal of products that we've got here today. But first I want to show you some features that we build onto this. So we took a lot of opportunity from our existing landscape lighting system, and we built it onto these units as well. So for example, here we've got beam adjustment from 15 to 50 degrees directly on board the unit. This is a great accessible point, especially for integrators to get into the space, because this will enable you to kind of change the beam adjustment depending on what you're lighting. It's very hard to mess up because you're gonna be able to move things around, add to the system as needed without having to have everything dialed in perfectly from the start. So now let me show you some more fixtures that we've got available. Okay, so this is the colorscaping arsenal at your disposal. So one of my favorite fixtures here is our power accent. It's named power for a reason. It's gonna be able to blast, I mean, you're talking about 30, 40 feet up certain trees or walls in order to get a full punch of colors. It gives 1100 lumens on white light, but where it really shines is on color again. So As well, you've also got hardscape lighting that's lighting underneath this bench, which is really, really popular. You've also got tape light that runs at the toe kick under the bench as well. Behind me, you see wall washers, which is great for kind of shrubbery or even walls that you want to light. We've also got in-grounds here that are shining up at this, one shown with a rock guard, one without. You've also got linear path lights, which are going to be new to the collection, first available in December. You've also got step lights and indicator lights, which are also joining the family in December as well. But currently shipping today is going to be our accent light, as well as our 3 path lights there, the well light, the wall wash, the power accent, and the grand accent I demonstrated earlier. So all of this is available now. Get it while it's hot. The other thing I want to show here is our Modern Form smart fans. So overhead, I'm showing a DC motor. This is a 120-inch diameter Hydra fan. Now this guy obviously has a light kit that's available in a 27.3, 3500 Kelvin, and it offers a great CFM range. We do fans down to 42 inches up to this 120-inch indoor or outdoor rated DC motor smart fan compatible, ready to integrate into your control system of choice. So this product we're going to talk about here is our Alpine Micro series. This is a 1-inch downlight that enables you to give 1100 lumens out of that 1-inch fixture. This is going to be great for general illumination. It's not just a toy that goes over a little niche or in a soffit or countertop. This is full general illumination. Now what you get here is a bunch of different varieties. This is going to be our sheetrock mud-in version, and this is a new version from us that enables you to mount into wood ceilings or grid ceilings or any type of textured ceiling where you need a little bit deeper thickness and where you have no intention of mudding it over. So when we first introduced this product, we had the downlight in the pinhole on this version. This year, in January, we introduced a wall wash and an adjustable, as well as trimmed versions for all of these different fixtures. Now, one beautiful thing about this system is that it is totally serviceable from below the ceiling line, even on a 1-inch fixture. So, how do we do that? Your driver is going to be remote mounted. You can go up to 250 feet away using 12 gauge wire, as long as you're home run each light back to the driver. Or you could use 18 gauge and get 100 feet away. So very versatile in terms of power supply limits. Now, the driver's remote, so you're always going to be able to access it, but what happens if the module fails? Well, all you would have to do is remove this trim and reflector, just like this, and you'll be able to see this module. I'm going to demonstrate it for you here. This is our service tool, and so you would take this, it would insert into this. You'd be able to pull it off a rare earth magnet, disconnect your pigtail, put a new one on, and you're all set, ready to roll. Now, this is a great option, again, both for adjustable wall wash, and now we also offer in the dim to warm version as well, which will go from 3000 Kelvin down to 1800 Kelvin, again, out of an adjustable 1-inch fixture. This is state of the art, and people are really loving it here at the show at Cedia 2024. Okay, the next product I want to show you guys is our Astro Retrofit. So the way this works is it retrofits into a 6-inch can. You just use this typical A19 adapter. It plugs right in. These spring clips will mount it to any 6-inch can. Now the beautiful thing about this guy is that it is adjustable. So you can actually pivot it. So if you're on a flat ceiling and you want to shine it towards some artwork, you can do that. Or if you're on a slope ceiling like this one here, you can aim straight down. The other thing that we built onto this unit is we built beam spread adjustment. So as I twist just this piece here, I'm adjusting it from 30 to 50 degrees beam spread. The other thing that you're going to get is dim to warm technology built onto the unit. From 3000 down to 1800 Kelvin. As I dim this down on a typical Triac or ELV dimmer, you're going to see this dim down to that 1800 Kelvin. So very versatile solution offered in white or black. With a very accessible price point. This is a great option to allow integrators to go into homes, look up, see 6-inch cans, and offer a very valuable service to these clients in getting them better lighting for their home. This is our Ventric system. This is a 48-volt linear modular system that's very powerful. It can offer all sorts of elements to help light both downlighting, create lines of light, create spots of light, and to help light artwork throughout a home. We've got a bunch of different elements that go onto it, and it's very versatile and modular. So you can slide these along, you can put them anywhere. It's polarity agnostic, so you can reverse them. It's super flexible. Now, what you can do with this, it's 4 conductors on the inside on this bus bar, 2 carry power, which is the 48 volt, and 2 carry data. That data allows you to address every single fixture here individually or group them as you may choose. Now, in terms of structure and how this channel mounts, we've got all sorts of different mounting options. One, as you can see here, is our surface mount. We also do a recessed into grid. We do recessed into sheetrock. We do a suspended mount. We do a surface mount, and we do a soffit or wall mount version as well. So very versatile. Anywhere you can think of put it, you can probably put it. And here are the element options as well. So you've got anything from lines of light. This comes in a 1, 2, or 4 foot section. You can get it in a regress direct. You get it in a high output direct where it sits flush to the outside of the channel here. You've got this stealth silo monopoint, which is hugely popular. It'll actually rotate and fold into the channel itself. You can also aim it. You can beam adjust it from 15 to 50 degrees, just as a quick example. You've also got this framing projector option. This is hugely popular when you want to light artwork. What it enables you to do is it enables you to zoom and focus. You can also dial in these shims so you can create square off or rectangulate a piece of art, so it creates this really dramatic effect. You've also got the multi-stealth. This is one of my favorite fixtures for downlighting, because it controls the glare so well. All you're gonna see is these pools of light, especially on the black on black, really helps mitigate any type of glare that you might see coming down a corridor or anything like that. So think of Ventrics anytime you're thinking about gallery walls, if you have art collectors, anybody who plans on moving things around in their space, but still wants beautiful, crisp lighting. We do plenty of recessed, trimless sections in kitchens or corridors, anywhere where you want to run down one expanse, get down lighting as well as lighting out towards the walls. These are some of my favorite applications for Ventrics, but we're always seeing new and creative uses for it. Okay, now I'm going to talk to you about our RPS system. This is our remote power supply. So this is great for low voltage integrators who don't have an EC license, who can't do line voltage. That's really where this comes in handy. What you can do is you get these remote power supplies. This happens to be our 4-channel version. We offer a 4 and an 8 channel. And that will enable you to put all sorts of different RPS elements onto it. So you can do anything from downlights, like you see overhead, to decorative fixtures, to additional decorative, which still give you beam adjustment and all sorts of additional features, to step lights and a whole bunch of other things that we don't have on display here. But generally, the idea here is you choose what it is that you want to do. So if you wanted 12 downlights, you determine how many channels you are required based on what your selection. You order the RPS as needed, and you run your low voltage cable. Now where this comes in handy is obviously it enables the integrators to do it without needing an electrical contractor or a license. The other thing it enables is it reduces copper costs and often labor as well. So it's a great versatile option for your low voltage integrators to get inside the space is our RPS system. So check us out. Okay, so we're going to jump right into things. This is our experience center here at Cedia 2024. This is going to be our window wall sconce, which is a great little option with adjustable shutters, great for interior, exterior, and great for home theaters as well. The first overhead fixture we're going to view is going to be our 1-inch Alpine Micro. This Alpine Micro series gives you 1,100 delivered lumens out of a 1-inch fixture. This is what it looks like with 4 of them on overhead, so you can see nice, bright, even a general illumination out of a 9'6" ceiling. Okay, not a toy. This comes as 27,335 or 4,000 Kelvin, also available in a dim to warm series as well. Speaking of dim to warm, this is our Astro 3.5 series. This is a dim to warm 3,000 Kelvin down to 1,800 Kelvin dimming solution. Now this will come as an ELV 0 to 10 or triac dimmable product. This is great for analog control where you can't run new DMX lines, but you still want that intimate feeling in a space. That's what this will simulate. The next product we're going to talk about gets you into DMX or digital control. That's going to be our Aurora 3.5. So here you have it overhead, 2 of our Aurora 3.5s. This is at 27 to 5,000 Kelvin on the tunable white range. This is going to give you 95 plus CRI. We're going to switch it over to a cobalt blue, which is great for exercise rooms where you want a little bit of energy in the morning. I myself don't participate in such activities, but many do. Here we're going to shift over to a dusty rose, which is great for yoga, relaxation, those types of environment. This is kind of about creating a different type of space. The next product we're going to talk about is going to be our AiSPiRE 4.5. The AiSPiRE 4.5 will deliver about 2,500 lumens, so great for your 18 to 24 foot ceilings. There's only 2 of them on in this space. And where we usually see this gives you 27 to 6,500 Kelvin, and where you see it is when your motorized shades are opening and you're looking out at your mountain vistas and you're trying to blend the interior and the exterior space. So anywhere where there's a lot of daylight, this is where you want to use this. The other place where I always want to use it is anywhere where color rendition is highly important. This gives you 98 CRI, so the closest to natural sunlight that you're going to get out of an artificial light source. Now, unfortunately, most people don't own a rug like this in their home. What they do own is going to be artwork. Okay, so if you look towards this piece of art here, I've got that same product, that 4.5-inch AiSPiRE, in an adjustable version. So you're going to see a little bit of that soft scalloping up top, and this is in 3,000 Kelvin. We're going to take it up to 6,500 Kelvin. You can see some of those blues and those grays start to come out. I'm going to take it back down to 2,700. You can see the reds and the oranges start to pull out of that painting as well. Now this is just printed on fabric. If you had an oil or acrylic painting, it's going to be that much more dramatic, or a photograph, right? If you missed it there, don't worry, we're going to show it again here. This is going to be on our wall wash version. So the wall wash gives you a crisper line up top and an even throw all the way down the wall. Again, changing to 6,500, watch those blues and those grays. Don't take your eyes off the painting. Watch it change to 2,700 Kelvin and see those reds and those oranges start to come out of it. Very impactful demonstration for a client, especially on their own artwork. If you want to light some art and you don't have recess capabilities, you can also use these monopoint options as well. These little guys will almost totally disappear into a ceiling. If you got this in a white version on a white ceiling, that thing's going to blend in really nicely. This is a remote driver mount. This is a line voltage option. Both are adjustable, 15 to 50 degree beam spread, adjustable directly on the unit. One other option is going to be our framing projector in the corner here. This framing projector is awesome for lighting art. One of the smallest framing projectors that exists in the marketplace today. You can be able to use shims to dial in just where your art is, so you can really create a dramatic effect as it pops off of the wall. Now you can use that same framing projector like this one in the corner and actually project your art onto the wall. So in this scenario, what we've done is we've used a gobo, which is a glass lens with an image printed onto it, in order to shine, let's say, a logo or an expression directly onto the wall. So that takes us through our AiSPiRE and WAC Experience Center here at Cedia 2024. Hope you enjoyed. Any questions for you? Thanks for checking us out here at AiSPiRE WAC at Cedia 2024. We hope you enjoyed some of the products you saw today, and if you're interested in anything, please reach out or check us out online at AiSPiRE.com. Thanks again.